Dear students, welcome to Army Public School and College PMA Kapul Resource Network. Before we start our today's lesson of English literature, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. Okay, so the sequence of today's session is first we'll be recapitulating chapter number 1, then you will listen to teacher's narration, then the reading of the chapter will be done by you, and afterwards the instructions for the use of vocabulary journal will be given. Right, recap of chapter 1. So the events that we came across in chapter 1 were the introduction of characters and the place. As you know that the place was England, and the character, the three siblings, right, and their mother and one of the maids. Then the description of their interest. Now what does this mean? That what did Phyllis, Bobby, how did they see their lives and what did they want to be when they grow up, right? Then we had come across father's business visit to another city. This was told by their mother that their father has to go to some other city for some business matters, and then they're shifting to another house or a new house near the railway station, right? So these were the events that took place in chapter number 1. So students, this is your listening activity, right? I'll be going to read out the chapter and you will have to keep your novels closed while I read it, right? So it's chapter number 2. Mother, Bobby, Phyllis, and Peter arrived at the Three Chimneys, the country house, late in the evening. They were all very tired and hungry. Well, here we are, said Mother. Now let us find some candles and see if there is any food. The children lit candles and looked around. It was a small house with very simple furniture, nothing like their old home in London. The children looked in the kitchen and they looked in the dining room, but there was nothing for dinner. Oh, well, said Mother. Maybe Mrs. Viney forgot about it. Who's Mrs. Viney? Asked Bobby. She's a woman from the village. She's going to help me with the house, answered Mother. What are we going to eat now? Asked Peter. I'm hungry. Don't worry. There are some things from old house in that box, said Mother. There were biscuits and dried fruits, a tin of sardines and marmalade. It was a strange dinner, but they all enjoyed it very much. Then they made their beds and went to sleep. Look, children, said the mother in the morning. There's another room next to the kitchen, and last night's dinner is in there. We can have it for breakfast. There's cold meat and bread and butter and cheese, said Bobby. An apple pie, said Peter. I love apple pie. After breakfast, Mother went to her room to work. The children looked at each other. Let's go outside and explore, shouted Peter. That's a good idea, said Phyllis. Let's go and see the garden. Oh, never mind about the garden, cried Peter. Let's go to the railway. Bobby and Phyllis liked the idea and followed Peter. They walked to the railway and explored the railway lines. They visited the station and the tunnel, and they saw a lot of interesting things. They even saw a real train coming out of the tunnel. A few more days went by. One very cold morning in June, Mother was in her room writing. Oh, Mother, said Peter, it is so cold in here. Can we please light a fire? My dear Peter, Mother said, we cannot light a fire. Coal is very expensive, and we do not have a lot of money. That is why I am writing. I will try to sell my stories as we can have more money. Peter said nothing, but he went to his sister. Hey, listen, I have an idea. I know where we can find some coal. Come on, he said. Bobby and Phyllis followed Peter to the railway station and he took them to a big pile of coal. Peter had brought a small wagon with him and he started filling it with coal. Suddenly he heard a noise and a hand grabbed him by the jacket. "Hey, you thief! Stop there!" A voice called out. It was the station master. "I am not thief, sir," Peter yelled. "I am a coal miner." "A coal miner? Huh," said the man. "Well, this is not your call, and stealing is wrong. Now come on, let's go to the station." "Oh, please," shouted Bobby. "Not the police station." "Ah, so there are more of you," shouted the station master. "Please, sir," begged Phyllis. "We did not mean to steal, but mother said we were too poor to have a fire." The station master looked at the three children. "Hmm, you must be the children from the Three Chimneys," he said. "Yes, sir," Bobby answered. "Well, then I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you go this time. But remember, stealing is stealing, and what's mine is not yours. Now run along home." The station master said. "Oh, thank you, sir. You are dear," said Bobby. "You are a darling," said Phyllis. The three children walked home. They were happy they did not get into trouble, but sad because they still had no coat. Right. Since you have listened to the narration conducted by me, now it's your time to read out the chapter yourself, and don't forget to take the important notes as you were directed in the previous lectures. Right? Right, students. So this is chapter number 2. You will have to read it yourself. Right. So before we could get into the reading, I would like you to look at the pictures first. Just look at the characters, the expressions they hold. There are four people in this picture. The very first person is having a candle in her hand. What do you think she could be? Think about it. As far as my opinion is concerned, she is the person who will be helping the mom in spreading the beds. Then the lady who is looking so worried and so gloomy, she might be the mother of these children, and the two people, these kids, are actually brother and sister, right? So what do you think who these people are? So just think about it, then read out the chapter and see whether your assessment was, whether your guess was right or not, right? So then this page, we are having the three siblings. They ran away towards the railway track, and there, while they are watching a train coming by, they would, what do you think that they would be doing after the train has passed, right? So since it was their first day here, they first, not the first day, it was starting time there, so they had to find out some activities to remain happy. So they went to that railway track, right? Now, before you could move on to reading, on this very page, just look at the pictures. You can see that the station master is holding a boy, right, from his collar, and the station master looks so furious, so angry, and the boy seems that he is perhaps requesting him about something. And then to the right side, there are two other people, and you can see two little girls, and they are perhaps holding the station master back and requesting to leave the boy, right? So this is what the pictures describe and depict. Now read out the chapter and see whether you are clear, you are correct in your opinion or guess or not. Right, now how you have to use the vocabulary journal. Again, write the underlined words in the vocabulary journal and write synonym and antonym for each of them, right? So any word that you find difficult or new to you, you must write it down in your vocabulary journal and write one synonym and one antonym for each word, right? So that was all for today. I hope you are enjoying the lectures and learning a lot from it. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.